All estate planners need to have a foundational understanding of community property because it's relevant to everyone, even if they don't practice in a community property jurisdiction. Interestingly, only people who went to law school in a community property jurisdiction are likely to have had any community property training. But even if you practice in a separate property or common law jurisdiction, it's still really important to have a foundational understanding of community property because people move all around the country and they can own property in any of a variety of states. And the community property character of an asset can be sticky. It can follow people around as they move from place to place, and there may be reasons to preserve that community property character. Or if people live in a separate property jurisdiction and own property in a community property jurisdiction, it's possible that they might be able to take advantage of some of the unique features of community property. In addition, a number of states have started offering what are called community property opt-in trusts, whereby residents of those states, and even in some cases non-residents of those states, can take advantage of community property rules for any assets that they fund to a community property trust. So no matter where you actually practice, it's really important to understand these community property rules. One of the unique features of community property is that property owned as community property can receive a double basis adjustment, which is usually a step up because most assets have appreciated or grown in value. So on the death of the first spouse, the surviving spouse can have the asset at a fully adjusted basis to fair market value as of the date of the first spouse's death. In separate property jurisdictions where a couple co-owns a home, upon the death of the first spouse, the survivor will only receive a partial basis adjustment. And this can be a very big deal because for many people, their home is their primary and most significant asset. And if they've owned it for a long time, it's likely that it has appreciated substantially in value. There can also be detriments to community property ownership. For example, in general, the creditors of either spouse can reach a community asset. So there are pros and cons to be weighed and balanced here, but no matter where you practice, it would be important to understand that.